in the next hearing, but I would just like to ask some questions from COA, if they're present this morning. Thank you. Kailan po nyo inirelease yung COA audit report nyo regarding the office of the OVP regarding the use of the amount of 125 million under line item confidential expenses? Kailan po nyo na-release yung COA report nyo?
Sino po ang sasagot? Attorney, sorry, hindi ko po makita yung pangalan. Attorney Camora from COA. Please proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. As to confidential intelligence and confidential funds, we do not issue any audit reports, just the audit actions, Mr. Chair.
Audit action.
Yes, Mr.
Yes.
Chair.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification. Now, when was the confidential fund in the amount of 125 million transferred to the office of the Vice President?
Sino po sasagot?
It was in December.
Attorney Camora?
Mr. Chair, may I be clarified? The cash advance, Mr. Chair?
Yes. When was the fund, the 125 million amount, transferred to the office of the Vice President?
Mr. Chair, the fund was received on December 20,
2022.
2022, Mr.
Okay.
Chair.
Thank you. Now, on 25 September 2023, according to reports, kayo po ay nag-confirm, maybe because of reports, na galing po sa Office of the Vice President na the amount of 125 million confidential funds was spent in 11 days.
Mr. Chair, based on their liquidation reports, opo.
Kayo po ang nagsabi nito in your report.
Wala pong report, Mr. Chair, but audit action po.
Oh, it's an audit action. At
Yes,
kinukonfirm
Mr.
nyo
Chair.
na yung amount na 125 million was spent by the Office of the Vice President in 11 days. And that would be amounting to 11.3 thereabouts million per day. Would that be correct? Tama po ba yun?
Mr. Chair, may I ask for the question to be repeated?
Ano po? Uulitin ko po?
Opo.
Kayo po nagko-confirm na in-spend in your liquidation in the liquidation report that was submitted to you, kayo po nag-confirm na in 11 days naubos po yung 125 million confidential funds. Tama po.
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
And that is equivalent to spending 11.3 million a day if it was spent, or if the amount was spent in 11 days. Tama po rin po.
Tama po, Mr. Chair, based on
Yes.
their documents po.
And yung 11 days na yon ay nung panahon na from 21 to 31 ng December 2022. Would that also be correct? O tama po ba yun?
Based on their accomplishment report, tama po, Mr. Chair.
And that is at the height of the holiday season, matatapos na po yung taon, di po ba?
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
At lahat po ng ahensya ng gobyerno nagmamadali na ma-spend yung kanilang pera na nasa kanilang opisina. Di po ba? Kasi ang nangyayari po, hindi ba, kung minsan, December 31, pinapaspasan po ng mga opisina ng gobyerno ang pag-liquidate po ng mga pondo na nasa kanila. Hindi po ba tama yun? Alam ko po yun dahil naging controller po ako ng Philippine National Police noong Chief PNP si Senator Lacson at yun ang nangyayari eh. Kayo po ang sasagot, hindi na po siya.
That's correct po, Your Honor.
Yes.
Paki-address niyo po yung chair sa antakantayin niyo po na-recognize kayo. You are Miss Sofia Gemora?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, please continue.
Kasi minamadali po nila ng mga ehensya dahil if you notice, yung buwan ng Disyembre, normally it has four non-working holidays. So, 4 na ang nabawas sa 11 days para gastusin mo. Tama rin po ba?
If I may add, Your Honor, to what Attorney Camora had said earlier, with regards to the 11 days report of our audit team, we are the audit team of the Office of the Vice President. So, looking at the records or the recording in the financial statements, we found out that the cash advance was drawn on December 20, 2022. And on December 31, looking at the financial statements, there was an expenditures recorded of the same amount, the 125 million. So that was the reason why we, of course, it's correct to say that that was the 125 million was expended in 11 days. Your Honor.
Thank you, Madam. Now, because of this, the COA issued a notice of disallowance dated 8 August 2024, disallowing the amount of 73,287,000 from the 125 million confidential funds disbursed by the Office of the Vice President in 2022. Tama rin po ba?
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Now, may I know kung ano po yung mga dahilan po ninyo bakit nag-issue po kayo ng notice of disallowance doon po sa expenditure on confidential funds by the Office of the Vice President? Pwede po bang malaman yung rason po ninyo?
Attorney Gamora.
Mr. Chair, our reasons were indicated po at the ND. I'd like to make a rundown po. Yung may issue po sa payment of rewards nila, may issue sa payment of charging payment for tables, chairs, desktop computers, and printers to the confidential fund, and also a non-submission of the revised accomplishment report, Mr. Chair.
Yun po yung official reason why you COA issued a notice of disallowance. Tama rin po.
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Now, may I ask, meron po siguro kayong breakdown ng expenditure of the confidential funds. Meron po ba kayo?
Mr. Chair, meron po sa accomplishment report.
Yes, and yung breakdown po ng expenditure ng 125 million, nasa inyo po sigurado yon. Tama rin po.
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Now, may I know kung saan po nagastos ng Office of the Vice President yung 125 million? Was it spent in accordance with the rules, regulations, and protocol on the expenditure or on the use of confidential funds? Nasunod po ba yun?
Yes, Mr. Chair. As indicated sa accomplishment report po, na-liquidate naman po nila based on confidential expenses as required by the joint circular po, Mr. Chair.
If I may, alam naman po ninyo yung section 4.8 of Joint Circular number 2015-01
Yes, Mr.
on the
Chair.
use of confidential funds.
Opo, Mr. Chair.
Now, categorically, yung po bang items na kung saan ginamit yung confidential funds ay naaayon po dito sa circular na ito?
Opo, Mr. Chair.
Kung naaayon sa circular na ito, bakit kayo nag-issue ng notice of disallowance?
Mr. Chair, as to yung first finding, meron po kasing specific requirement ang joint circular na document na hindi po nila na-submit or nag-submit sila pero hindi po sufficient siya to answer the requirement of the joint circular, Mr. Chair.
Na-mention kanina ni Chairman, the Honorable Joel Chua, na in the accomplishment report of the President, if I remember it right, meron pong ginamit na, yung surveillance in 132 places. Tama po ba, Mr. Chair? Yung
Areas po yun.
narinig ko na yun.
132 areas po.
Yes.
Yung 125 million, parang ginamit po yan in 132 areas.
Yes, and accordingly, it was 100% compliance. Hindi po ba sa tingin ng COA, medyo kwan ito? Medyo imposible?
Mr. Chair, parang based on other parang okay lang naman po siya.
Kami po ay gumagamit din po ng intelligence fund. Nanggaling po ako sa service At alam ko na mahirap gawin ito. I will conduct surveillance in 132 areas in 11 days. Tapos kayo ngayon sa COA, sinasabi ninyo na posible pala ito. Samantalang kami on the ground na gumagawa nito noong ako'y nasa serbisyo, nahihirapan po kami. So, what is your basis na pwedeng sabihin na posible ito, Madam COA?
Mr. Chair, there are also deficiencies here.
No, tinatanong ko lang po kayo kasi sa mata po ng COA, yung mag-conduct ka ng surveillance activities in 132 areas in 11 days, para sa amin po na gumagawa nito in our use of intelligence funds, no, ako po yung nasa servisyo, nahirapan po kami Tapos sa mata pala ninyo, posible pala ito. Tama po ba yung aking kaisipan?
Mr. Chair, ang identified lang po ay number of areas, pero pwede din pong i-consider yung kung ilan po yung kung ilang tao po yung pinag-spendan ng funds, Mr. Chair.
But the liquidation report does not say so.
Yes, Mr. Chair. But,
In-assume na lang ninyo yun
Mr. Chair, meron po silang submitted na mga documentary evidence.
Okay. Mr. Chair, those would be the questions that I would ask, I have asked from COA. Yun po yung aking nihanda. The others would pertain to Madam Gina F. Acosta. So, marami pong salamat, Mr. Chair, for the opportunity to interpolate. Thank you.
Thank you po, Congressman Acop.